You know that feeling when you wake up after a full 8 hours and you still feel like you got hit by a truck. Your eyes are heavy, your brain is foggy, and the first thing you reach for, before you even say good morning to yourself, is coffee. Because without it, you're not sure you're actually a person yet. Now here's what's strange. Somewhere in Japan, someone just woke up after 6.5 hours of sleep. No alarm panic, no fog, no desperate reach for caffeine. They open their eyes, and they're calm, present, ready. Same planet, same 24 hours, completely different experience. So what's going on? Is it genetics, the food, or have we been thinking about sleep completely wrong this entire time? Here's what most people never learn. Sleep isn't just lights out, brain off. Every night, your body moves through cycles, each roughly 90 minutes long. Deep sleep is where your body physically repairs itself. Muscles recover. Your immune system resets. Your energy restores at a cellular level. REM is where your mind recovers. Memory consolidates. Emotions get processed. Creativity gets rebuilt. When these cycles run cleanly and uninterrupted, full recovery is possible in as little as 5.5 hours. That's not a myth. That's biology. But most of us aren't getting clean cycles. Blue light, late caffeine, stress that never fully switches off. They fragment everything. So you sleep 9 hours and still wake up feeling like you slept 3. More time in bed, but less actual rest. Japan has understood something about this for a long time. Sleep there isn't treated as a passive activity. It's treated as a discipline, a practice, something you prepare for, not something you just collapse into at the end of a chaotic day. And that shift in thinking, that's where everything changes. In this video, we're breaking down 5 Japanese sleep habits that turn ordinary rest into something that actually restores you. Not more sleep, better sleep. Stay with me, because one of these habits is the reason so many people have been waking up exhausted for years without ever knowing why. Habit 1. Cool down your cave. Let's start with something almost too simple. The temperature of your room. A large study across thousands of Japanese homes found that most bedrooms sit between 13 and 16 degrees Celsius at night, significantly cooler than the average Western bedroom. And there's deep neuroscience behind it. For your brain to enter deep restorative sleep, your core body temperature needs to drop. A cool room makes that happen naturally. When your body cools down, your brain releases melatonin, the hormone that signals it's time to rest. Your heart rate slows. Your muscles release tension. Your body begins its nightly repair work. Sleep researcher Dr. Matthew Walker said it best. A cool bedroom is an invitation to your brain to rest deeply. A warm room does the opposite. Lighter sleep, more waking. You might not notice it, but your sleep cycles do. Tonight, try dropping your room to around 16 to 19 degrees. Open a window. Use a fan. Small change. Immediate difference. Habit 2. The ofuro ritual. Here's where Japan really stands out. Every evening, millions of Japanese people end their day with a hot bath. Around 40 degrees Celsius. They call it the ofuro. And it's not just about cleaning the body. It's about resetting the mind. When you step out of that warm water, your body temperature drops rapidly. And that sudden cool down sends a powerful signal to your brain. It's time to sleep. Melatonin rises. Heart rate slows. Your nervous system shifts from alert to ready for rest. You're not forcing sleep, you're inviting it. Compare that to what most of us do. Finish dinner, scroll through our phones, stare at bright screens, then wonder why our brain won't switch off. You can't command sleep. You have to create the conditions for it. Try a warm shower or bath 1 to 2 hours before bed. No phone, no rushing, just stillness. That one ritual might change your mornings more than any alarm ever could. Habit 3. The 90-minute rule. Most people set their alarm based on when they need to wake up, but the Japanese think about it differently. They plan when to fall asleep based on when they need to wake up. Here's why that matters. Each sleep cycle lasts roughly 90 minutes. Waking up in the middle of one leaves you groggy, disoriented, and reaching for coffee before you've even opened your eyes properly. But waking up between cycles, right as one ends, feels natural, almost effortless. So the formula is simple. Work backwards from your wake-up time in 90-minute blocks. Need to wake at 6 a.m. Aim to fall asleep at 10:30 p.m. or midnight. 4 cycles or 5. Both work. What doesn't work is landing somewhere in the middle. Leading sleep researchers confirm this. It's not just total hours that determine how rested you feel. It's where in your cycle the alarm hits you. Set your bedtime with intention tonight. Not just early, but smart. Habit 4. Inamori, the art of the mini-nap. If you ever walked through a Tokyo office and saw someone asleep at their desk, that's not laziness. That's a cultural practice called inamori, loosely translated, sleeping while present. In Japan, it's respected. It signals that you worked hard enough to need recovery. And unlike the Western guilt trip around napping, the Japanese treat it as a tool. The science backs it up. A 20-minute nap boosts alertness, memory, and focus without pulling you into deep sleep, which is what causes that heavy, groggy feeling after longer naps. You don't need a perfect 8-hour night every single night. You need a smart recovery rhythm. And sometimes that rhythm includes a short, intentional rest in the middle of the day. 10 to 20 minutes, eyes closed, breathing slow. That's it. Your brain will thank you for it. Habit 5. The screen curfew. This one is the habit most people know about, but almost nobody actually does. In Japan, the evening is treated as sacred time. When the workday ends, there's a cultural understanding that the mind needs to decompress before it can truly rest. Screens, phones, laptops, televisions are seen as extensions of the working world, and you don't bring the working world into your wind down. The science is clear. Blue light from screens suppresses melatonin production by up to 3 hours, but it's not just the light, it's the stimulation. Every notification, every scroll, every video keeps your brain in a reactive state, scanning, processing, responding. That's the opposite of what sleep needs. Japan's answer is simple. No screens for the last hour before bed. Instead, dim the lights, make tea, read something calm, or simply sit in quiet. Let the day dissolve on its own terms. Most people treat the hour before bed as dead time. Japan treats it as the most important hour of the day, because how you end your day determines how deeply you sleep, and how deeply you sleep determines who you are the next morning. Put the phone down. The world will still be there tomorrow. 5 habits. None of them complicated, none of them expensive. All of them rooted in something the Japanese have understood for generations, that sleep isn't something that just happens to you. It's something you prepare for. Cool the room. Take the bath. Plan your cycles. Rest without guilt. Put the phone down. Not all 5 at once. Pick one tonight, just one. And see what tomorrow morning feels like. Because the version of you that wakes up restored, clear-headed, and calm, that person shows up differently. In every conversation, every decision, every quiet moment. You don't need more hours. You need better ones. If this gave you something to think about, you know what to do. See you in the next one.